Hey everyone, let's solve the second question from today's weekly contest, that is append characters to string to make subsequence. You are given two strings S and T consisting of only lowercase English letters, and we have to return the minimum number of characters that need to be appended to the end of S so that T becomes a subsequence of S. A subsequence is a string that can be derived from another string by deleting some or no characters without changing the order of the remaining characters, right? So let's understand it with the example. So first of all, let's understand what a subsequence is. A subsequence is any string which can be obtained from the parent string. Let's call it the parent string by deleting some characters from this string, right? So let's consider this string CGH. Oh, just a minute. CHG, right? Let's consider this string. So let's see if this is a subsequence of a string S or not, right? So if we see C, if we delete O, A, C, we get H. So CH, and if we delete I and N, we get a G. So CHG, it is a subsequence of coaching, right? But if we consider a string, let's say CGH, it will not be a subsequence because everything should be in order, right? All these characters should be present in an order inside of this string, but they are not present. But CGH, right, if we consider this a string, for this string we don't have G and H in order, right? So that means if we append a character H to the last of this, and now if we traverse this string, so we will have C, and we will again remove all these elements, right? And we will go G, we will go till G, and then as you can see we have G and H. So now it is a subsequence of this string, right? If we append H to it. So similarly, so I hope now you know what a subsequence means. So it should be in order, right? All the characters should be in an order. Only then we can consider it a subsequence. Otherwise, it is not a subsequence, right? So in this question, what we have to do is we are given a string T, right? And we have to append some characters to the string S in order to make this string T a subsequence of the string S, right? So let's see. We have, so we will start from the very first character of both the strings, right? So you can see C and O, this part is already common in both the strings, right? So we'll move forward. Now as you can see, we need a D here. But you can see that there is no D. But we cannot take the ing in account before we find D in the parent string, right? There is no D. So that means we have to append D, I, N, and G, all these four characters from this string into this string to make it a subsequence, right? We cannot just append D and then, say that ing was already present here. So now it is a subsequence. As I said, a subsequence should be in an order, right? All the characters should be present in this string in an order, right? So in this case, as we saw, it was not. So that means we have to put all these four characters inside this string, and then we can say that this string is now a subsequence of this string, right? So the string is coaching plus ding that we have appended to the last of it. Notice that we don't have to include any character inside of here. We have to append characters at the end of the string to make a subsequence. We don't have to change anything here, right? We just have to append. Now for coding is a subsequence of this string, right? So I hope now the problem is clear to you and what we have to do is clear. So it's a easy question. Now you understand what we mean. So let's see the code. Okay. So what we have done is we have taken I and J, I for the string S, right, for the index of string S, and J for the index of string T. So what I'm doing is I'm traversing in this while loop and I'm checking that if so the condition inside this while loop is that I should be less than S dot size and J should also be less than T dot size. And then we are checking if Si is equal Tj, right? Then move to the next character of both the strings. If they are not equal, then move to the next character of this first string, because we have to take in account all the characters from the T string. But in the S string, we have to just find whether they are present or not. And we are doing everything in order, right? So as you can see here, so what we are trying to say, I is for this string and J is for this string, right? So if we find that I and J, the characters and I and J are equal, so here and here till second position both the strings are equal, so we move I and J both forward. Now as you can see, as we reach here, right, we don't find D, right, they are not equal, so we keep moving I forward, right, until we find this D element. We have to keep moving I forward. So we did not find anything, right? So when we don't find anything and we surpass this first string, right, so our while loop will break there, right? So when our while loop will break, what we have to return is the remaining part, the remaining characters of this string. So those will be the characters that that have to be appended to the first string. So how can we calculate that? We can simply subtract t dot size, right, whatever the size is of this string t, minus j, right, because obviously we did not find these elements, right, inside of this. So that means those elements are the ones that we have to append here, right? So we will simply return this. So that is what I have done here, as you can see. So we keep moving I and j both forward if the string elements are equal. If they are not equal, we have to move forward in the string s, right? And when we exhaust this string s, then we will be left with the characters of the string t, right? And those characters are the ones which have to be appended to the string s, and that is what we have returned.